Okay, this is our latest project, or hopefully our last project. These are two new semis. There was an original house here, not dissimilar to the size of this, in the plot size, which was a house divided into 3 apartments, probably built about 100 years ago and had structural issues. And we had a surveyor come out, check it, and we had about 5 or 6 years life left on the building. We decided then to knock down and rebuild as the 2 semis, and we took them out of action as holiday lets in mid-September. Had asbestos, found asbestos, had that removed, and it was demolished around about the middle of November. This is the state we're at now, which is middle of March. So we hope the project will finish early July, ready for the season. These are timber frame houses. We've never built timber frame before, but we really picked timber frame because it'd be faster than block work, and our previous houses had all been block work. But what we really noticed the change was the building regs that came in late last year, actually. But Kevin, site manager, knows more about that.
Yeah, well, they changed the building regulations last year, and prior to that, Liz getting planning permission to rebuild these after the demolition. So basically, the regulations have changed quite dramatically over those 6 months. Now we're having to comply with new regulations, and obviously things have changed, i.e. triple glazing, insulation values, etc. going up, and it's changed quite a lot of the structural part of the buildings to comply with them.
We're now actually in the second semi. This one's called Lanyon, and the first one on the other side is called Treen. They're Cornish names, and they represent the Cornish standing stones in Cornwall, or certainly in the Penwith area. We decided on nice Cornish names that would actually mean something. But yes, this is the second, or the ensuite to Lanyon House. But what we realised and what we found in this project is the building regs are really quite tricky. We wanted to put gas boilers in, but we can't do that. We've got to go air source heat pumps, which brings its own problems. From the very, very beginning, I always thought that air source heat pumps would cause a problem in being able to generate hot water for the guests. These each sleep 6, so if the guest has 6 showers in the morning, would an air source heat pump be able to cope with generating enough hot water for those showers and returning back from the beach and then generating enough water for 6 showers in the evening? We think we might have solved that actually. We had a team in a couple of days ago, and we're going for solar thermal, which is putting panels on the roof that will actually, when the sun shines, will generate hot water. We're trying really hard to future-proof the house. So what we're doing is, when we went to planning, we don't want to use the loft space. We're just using the ground floor in the first floor, not putting a staircase up, but the loft is there for the future. We could actually put another bedroom in there and a shower room potentially, but we're not doing that at the moment. But what we are doing is we're putting in EV points to each of the properties, the semis, ready for the visitors coming down with their electric cars. We've put actually in, we've already put 3 in to our existing houses. They've just actually today covered in over the roof, so that's in the, poor things, in all the rain. And you can see the block work going up. So the blocks are ready. They've almost finished the whole of the ground floor. They now moved the blocks up onto the scaffolding for the first floor, and they'll be blocking the whole up into the top floor, the loft. So yes, it was all, the roof was all open this morning, but it's now all closed in, and hopefully the roof will be here next week and he'll start making it watertight. All the glazing has been ordered, the doors have been ordered. So yeah, we've got carpenters inside now putting the door frames in. So yeah, we want the project to move on really fast because we're hoping we'll get a summer season out of the 2 semis. Problem we've really found with the project so far is the finding of the asbestos. You have to do that before you demolish a building, and this was the first building we ever demolished. Everything else of ours has been a new build, just in fresh ground. So yeah, we had to have a team come in, they did their assessment, wrote their report. There was minimal asbestos found, but we still had to employ a proper company that specialises in asbestos removal, and they did it. So that's delayed the project probably about a month from the beginning report, finding it, booking the company to come in and do it. So yeah, about a month's delay really. And one other problem we had with the project was just the foundations. We had to dig down deep to find good ground. What we had found was that the house before wasn't built 100 years ago on really good foundations. So that probably was why the house before was having issues with itself. It was just moving, I'd imagine, and cracking. So the guys have had to go well down to find good ground. And this property, which is Lanyon, will actually have an extended balcony round the side of it because the sun goes down on that side, and we thought it benefits the guests to actually be able to sit slightly around the corner of the house and not see the sun actually go down, but to get more benefit from the sun later on in the day. So you've just walked through the main door on the ground floor into what will be the 3 bedrooms. So we've got 1 bedroom in here, which will have zip and nick super king beds. They can be split apart, so you can get 2 single people in there. This is the master bedroom, which will have a king size bed, and it has its ensuite shower room. Here you'll have a bedroom which will have 2 singles, zip and link, again can be put together to form three doubles in here. And this is the family shower room. We'll have a bath as well, but a step-in shower. And then this is where the staircase will be to go up to the first floor. Television on the wall there, wood burner in the corner. This is your view, so you have 2 fixed panes of glass there with your sliding doors in the middle. You'll have a sofa here, a sofa there. This is the staircase coming up here, and then to the back of the house you have your kitchen. So we're going to have the fridge freezer here, and then the kitchen will run probably with the sink here, and then we'll have worktop running all the way along here with an induction hob and your double oven here. And then this is our spare shower room. This will be the room that has the electric shower in. So if all else fails and the air source heat pump can't generate enough water, hot water, then the guests can come and use this. This is our backup system really. During the completion of the properties, we did come across a few snags. The building regs had actually changed in 2022, and we were almost the first property for our building controller that these had to apply to. So it took quite a bit of time to work out what would work and what wouldn't work. We didn't want the air source heat pumps, but actually we couldn't go with a gas boiler because of the building regs. And we tried to work through that. Didn't work. We'd have had to do many more things to get it through building regs. So we actually went for the air source heat pumps. So yeah, a few snags, but nothing really major. The groundworks took a little bit longer. We had to go down deeper because the property that was here before had no foundations. It was a cracking building, not cracking, had cracks on it. And we decided when we saw the cracks, and we had a 5-year surveyor's report to say we should really knock it down within 5 years, we went early on it. And we made the right decision actually, because if we tried to repair it, we never would have found out that the foundations were compromised. So we did knock down. We had to go very deep down, probably an extra 1.5 meters to find good ground, and then come back up, which was much more expensive. Took more time, but it was part of the building project. So yeah, there were a few snags. I think the building regs thing was the most irritating because actually we didn't really get what we wanted in a few things, like the air source heat pump. We'd never have picked those, would have gone for a gas boiler, but we just we couldn't. And so that's our slight compromise, but that was forced on us. How did we overcome these issues? Well, we worked really hard with our contractor and also the building regs guys. We would go between ourselves. I'd go back to the building company. They would then go back to the building regs guys, and we'd forward back until we came up with a plan that we think worked. We've had that with all our projects, but I think this was because the building regs had changed. It was painful sometimes. But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, we've got a really good product, and we're very, very happy. The project took 11 months to complete. We took the property that was here originally out of action in September, middle of September. We had to clearly demolish that, but we found asbestos, so that delayed it a little bit. It was actually demolished in December. The two houses were finished middle of July, but the groundwork took a little bit longer because it was quite complex. So really, gosh, it's less than 11 months. It was longer than we wanted, but yeah, I'd say 11 months. Did we complete on budget? The answer is no, we didn't. I don't want to say exactly how much. The groundworks took a lot because we were doing extra things. We wanted to get the properties right. We don't want to revisit in a year's time to put all the equipment in for the hot tubs. We wanted it done now so that we leave the properties alone, and we can actually basically order a hot tub tomorrow, stick it on the decking, it's been reinforced, we've got the power there, and within probably a day it could be up and running. So we've done a lot to these properties that we hadn't thought we were going to do, but during the process of building, you know, we always knew we were going to have a loft but not have the guests use it. But we've done things like we've boarded it out, it's all insulated, it's ready to go forward. We've done a lot, I think, because really we don't want to revisit the properties, mess around with them, but get it right now. And I think that in the end will probably save money. You know, we don't have to dig up the decking, it's all ready. That's ready if we want to go up there. But yeah, just leave the properties alone and let them run for several years and let them do their job. So what motivates me most? Sounds really corny, but I want people to have a good time. I really want people to come on holiday, enjoy the time in the properties that we've got, go away and look back on it fondly. Produce a product that people are actually happy to come to, they really like, they're really impressed. You're halfway there to them having a good time. You know, they're content with what they've got, they go out, they have a good time, they come back, they have fond memories, and really that's what it's all about. I just want them to have a good time.